Hey everyone, welcome back to the PK Throw with your host, Mr. Purple. Today we're obviously going to be talking about Super Smash Con coming up this weekend. Going to be a huge event, tons of contenders coming out. I'm going to say that it is August 9th at 11:53 a.m. right now when I'm recording this, in case there are any future disqualifications. Meaning, like, somebody who's not going to be able to show up because of travel, like we had the issue with MKLeo and Tweak at EVO, which made it way more exciting. But, yeah, because of the fact that, MVG Light, from Connecticut just posted on his Twitter, I guess an hour or two ago, that he is no longer attending SmashCon. So that really skewed my prediction, because I actually had him making top 8 at this event. So, we're going to see exactly how that changes, and I'm going to talk about some of the upsets that I expect to happen, the people who I expect to have the biggest runs of the tournaments, and obviously top 16 and the winner. Before we do that, I am just going to give my quick thought on what happened at EVO 2018. I understand the opinion of some people for seeing what Lima and Captain Zack did as bad for the community, because it kind of just showed them fooling around and not really being of a competitive nature. And I 100% understand how people would be upset with the people in grand finals fooling around, especially if I had just lost the tournament to one of them, because of the fact you worked hard to get there and you just find out that grand finals is a joke. I've dealt with that at several tournaments for sure, where they just go random characters or something like that. It is disappointing as a player to just see that all of your work just got beat for someone to fool around in grand finals with money that, like, other people actually won as well. So I agree that's tough to see, but on the other hand, I 100% think that it helped me at least think about that this is a game. We're trying to have fun here. And I think a lot of people have really gone away from that. I understand that we are esports and we are trying to become more and more competitive and impress Nintendo and all that. But you have to also keep in mind that this is a game. I feel like this does a lot for actually bringing in more players. I understand that other communities may look at us weird, but people who play Super Smash Bros. Casually are generally just doing it to have a lot of fun and joking around. If they see that this is what the competitive scene looks like, there's a great chance that we could possibly see some more players joining toward the end of Smash 4, or even at the beginning of Ultimate. I just think it's a great opportunity to have showcased that. I'm not saying we should do that every tournament. I agree that we will hopefully go more to the competitive side at Super Smash Con. But at the same time, I 100% see how this could actually work in our favor as a community. So with that being said, I'm going to start by saying the people that I expect to underperform in this tournament, meaning like they really underperform their PGR seeding is the way that I'm going to phrase it. So the first person I have is Sinji, the Pac-Man from New York. I actually have him losing in the winners in the finals of his first pool to Dragonite, the Bayonetta from Texas. Sinji has shown in the past that he's pretty bad against Bayonettas, so I think that that'll be showcased here. So I have Sinji starting in losers in pool J205. I have him coming up and beating Wins, then going on to beat Zan, followed by beating Mute Ace, and then I actually have him losing to Black Yoshi, another Bayonetta from the Midwest. I'm sure that Sinji might actually be able to win this one, because I'm not sure how experienced Black Yoshi is with the Pac-Man matchup. But even if he does win that, I would still say he loses to Geist in the next round, another Bayonetta from the Midwest area. So I think Sinji underperforms in this tournament. I also think we're going to see Konga, the DK main from Washington, underperform in this tournament. I have him coming out on winner's side of his pool, but I have him losing to Glare, who is a Connecticut Bayonetta player. It's just a tough matchup for DK, and I think that Glare will do a very good job of handling that matchup. He's pretty good at matchups that are in Bayonetta's favor. So Konga I have going to loser side and playing against Cells, who I also have him losing to. Cells being the Indiana Bayonetta, who just recently became more inactive this past season. He's no longer on the Indiana PR. I know he's pursuing other things outside of Smash, so good for him, but I do expect him to do fairly well at this tournament, because even with his lack of play lately. And following that up, I am going to jump over to the person that I'm going to actually jump through some other upsets here that I have. Starting in J201, the only notable one I have is seeding-wise, I have Mars beating Anti. I don't consider that a huge upset. I think Mars is a better player than Anti, but seeding-wise, this would be considered an upset. Here's a big one here. I have Mikos beating Nairo, which seems completely out of nowhere, doesn't make any sense. But when I was doing research on this matchup, I saw Mikos and Nairo actually played at 2GGC Greninja Saga, where Mikos beat Nairo 2-0. I'm assuming it'll be much closer this time, but unless Nairo pulls something completely different out, I feel like he's in trouble, because I don't feel like any of his characters truly are a counter pick to Mikos. I feel like the Lucas matchup is really in favor of most of Nairo's characters. This leads to Darkshad and Mikos playing each other, and Darkshad making it out on winner's side of the pool. I also have Elegant versus Zenodo, where I have Zenodo upsetting. I believe the last time they played, Zenodo might have actually 3-0'd Elegant. I can't remember what events it was. It might have been Midwest Mayhem 8, but I'm not confident. So I have Zenodo making it out there. That will lead to, with Nairo's losers run, that will mean Nairo will knock out Mr. E and also Elegant in order to make top 32. And Thunder will also make it out on loser's side. In this pool, I have, I already said the one upset of Glare upsetting Tonga. And other than that, it won't really change the outcome of this pool, in my opinion. In this one, I just wanted to point out that I have Riddy versus Puppet. Puppet being the Maryland and Virginia Chic player. The reason why it's like that is because, as I mentioned previously, Light is not going to be attending this tournament anymore. A shame, but we go on with that. And the rest of this pool goes out as planned, in my opinion. For K205, I do not have any upsets in this pool. K209, also no upsets. And K213, also no upsets. So there's a lot of pools where I don't expect a lot to happen. I mean, most of them are going to be fairly one-sided matches, in my opinion. But there's always going to be the opportunity for upsets, and I'm sure that this isn't going to be the case in Close Point. So, moving on to top 32, I'm going to bring out the person that I would like to shine a light on for this event. I've already said his name before. I've already guaranteed that Sinji would definitely lose to him. I think Geist has a great chance at showing up at this tournament and having a great performance. Looking back on Geist in this tournament, I have him coming out on winner's side of his pool, and I forgot to mention this upset, which is actually the biggest upset probably in this bracket. DeBuzz and Geist played at a Midwest event earlier this year, I believe, and Geist has done a great job of showing up at events and really challenging top-level players. And for this matchup, DeBuzz versus Geist, I'm going to say Geist beats DeBuzz. The reason being, DeBuzz and Geist played, and DeBuzz beat him in a last-hit Game 5 situation where DeBuzz was already switched to Olimar at this point, meaning that DeBuzz might not even have much confidence in going Rosa to start this match, meaning that Geist could already have a very clear advantage if he has studied the Olimar matchup anymore. So I 100% think that Geist has a great opportunity to win this game against DeBuzz, which would be a crazy upset to see DeBuzz and Nairo already on loser's side. So, following Geist's win, I have him going on to lose to Locust, so I have Locust making it out on winner's side, and I have Geist beating Black Yoshi to make it out on loser's side. Following that, I will jump around a bit as I talk about some of the other upsets I have happening at this point. For a winner's side of top 32, I have Locust beating Larry Lur. As I've always mentioned in videos, I like Ryu against Fox, and I mean it's that straightforward. Larry Lur, I was right about the fact that he lost to Diablo last time, and I consider Diablo a lower level player than Locust. So I'd expect a great chance of Locust doing a good job at this tournament, just because of how his bracket's set up. I also have seeding-wise upset Fatality beating Salem. And the reason why I'm saying seeding-wise upset is because of the fact that Fatality generally does a really good job against Salem. I don't know what it is exactly, because Fatality is not the best versus other Bayonettas, even if he thinks he is. But Salem just really has no idea how to handle the matchup. So I really expect Fatality to come out with a win there. On losers, I don't remember if these are seeding upsets, but I think they're just notable. I have MVD getting upset by Rags. MVD coming off his strong performance at EVO. I was glad he got top 8 like I predicted. But I expect MVD to have a bit of a tougher bracket here and lose to Rags. I also have 6WX upsetting Tyroy. I believe the last time they played, 6WX took it 3-1. So I'm going to say that 6WX takes it again. And the person I have as my big upset guy, Geist, playing Jen. Jen being a Ryu and Bayonetta player from New York, I have Geist winning that. In the next round, we have Void versus Anti. I believe the last time they played, I was at SCR Saga 2016, which was very long ago. That was at least the last time they played on a streamed match. Most of my research is done through looking up streamed matches on YouTube, so sometimes I will miss more recent matches. But Anti actually won that, so I'm going to say that Anti actually upsets Void here. I'm Wadi and Rags, both MDVA players. I think this is going to be a very close match. The last time they played at Mason versus Championship, I believe Wadi won 3-2, but it was an extremely close set. And I think with Rags' Meta Knight availability to kill, I would really give Rags a good shot at this. An important match just to note, because of the fact that Salem gets dropped to losers, he ends up playing the Buzz, who I have the Buzz beating Salem. And just to also point out, I have Nairo playing Dragon Knight in top 32, beating Dragon Knight, and then also beating Samsora. More upsets here. I have Larry Lur versus SDX. I believe they went to Game 5 last time they played. And I really just like SDX's ability with kill power with Mewtwo, and its great air dodge in order to beat Larry Lur. For Ally versus Geist, Ally generally struggles with the Bayonetta matchup, so I'm going to say that Geist beats Ally. And then I'm going to go down and say that 6WX beats Mars. The last time they played, I think 6WX also won 3-1, so I'm going to say 6WX wins again. Looking at top 16 upsets, I have, just to tell you the top 16 at this point, we got a Tweak versus Captain Zack, Locust versus Mistake, Zenodo versus Fatality, and MKLeo versus Cosmos on winner's side. And on loser's side, we have Anti versus Rags, The Buzz versus Wrath, Nairo versus SDX, and Geist versus 6WX. So, I don't expect a bunch of big upsets here. Anti beats Rags, The Buzz beats Wrath, Nairo beats SDX. The one upset I do have is Geist versus 6WX. I don't think they've ever played before, but I know that I feel like Sonic really struggles in the Bayonetta matchup, as I've seen a lot by watching a former classmate who went to the same school as me, Wrath, play so many Bayonettas that he struggled with. I would say that Geist probably beats 6WX here. On winner's side, I have Tweak beating Captain Zack, Mistake beating Locust, Fatality beating Zenodo, and MKLeo beating Cosmos. So now I've got Locust versus Anti. I'm going to say Anti wins that. Captain Zack versus The Buzz. I'm going to say The Buzz. Nairo versus Cosmos. The Naifu versus the Nai Master. I'm going to say Nairo wins that. And Zenodo versus Geist. I think Geist's run finally ends with a 9th place showing here against Zenodo, who will make top 8. So now we got Tweak versus Mistake and Fatality versus MKLeo on winners, and Anti versus The Buzz and Nairo versus Zenodo on losers. So I have a Tweak beating Mistake. Tweak just beats every Bayonetta he plays. Fatality versus MKLeo was really close at ESA Vegas. So I'm going to say it's a close match, but I think MKLeo has that clutch factor to win. On losers, Anti versus The Buzz, two New Yorkers who play each other often. I'm going to say The Buzz wins. Nairo versus Zenodo, I'm going to say Nairo wins. For Fatality versus DeBuzz, I'm going to say DeBuzz wins. For Mistake versus Nairo, the last time they played, Nairo won 3-0, finally beating one of his Bayonetta demons. So I'm going to say that he continues that streak. DeBuzz versus Nairo, DeBuzz 3-0'd Nairo at Smash Sounds, so I expect that trend to continue. I expect MKLeo to beat Tweak, similar to CEO. Tweak versus DeBuzz, I think Tweak brings himself back up and then loses to MKLeo again. I have MKLeo winning the tournament. I have him making out of his pools, beating Cells, beating Glare, so starting off with 2 Bayonettas already under his belt. Going on to play Wadi, then Cosmos, then Fatality, and then Tweak twice. So definitely not an easy road for him. But yeah, so watch out for Geist in this tournament. MKLeo I have taking it all. Top 16, just to wrap it up, I have MKLeo getting first, Tweak getting second, DeBuzz third, Nairo fourth, Fatality and Mistake at fifth, Anti and Zenodo at 7th, Locust, Captain Zack, Cosmos, and Geist at 9th, and Rags, Wrath, SDX, and 6WX at 13th. If you have any additional questions, you can leave it in the comments below. Make sure to give me a follow on my Twitter at MrPurpleCT. I'm still working on getting a couple things set up for my stream, so hopefully that'll be up next week now. So make sure to follow on Twitch at MrPurpleSSB. And yeah, thank you for watching and have a good